I thought we'd make a game. What's a game without high stakes?
Kind of high stakes.
Non-apologetic news. Essentially, I'm going to show you 8 vanity plates. Now, within those 8 vanity plates, you need to tell me if they were rejected or whether they are currently on the road, okay?
All right.
For each one you get right, I give you $50. For each one you get wrong, you give me $50. Now, there are 8, so it could be $400 that changes hands either way, or it could be somewhere in the middle. Depends on how you're good at, depends on how good you are at this game. What do you say?
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah, some rent money, but
What makes a game more exciting if you don't know where you're going to live if you lose it? First off, here's a little bit of what's happening.
moving in with you.
They say there are 125,000 vanity license plates on the road in Maine. They estimate they're about to get rid of 400 within the next 30 days. So it got me looking, are they the only ones doing this? No, this is happening nationwide because once again, the people running our country are senior citizens and they don't understand the lingo. I have my money right here. What I want to do is I want to throw you a softball. This one doesn't count towards anything. No money's going to exchange hands on this either way, okay?
All right.
But this is just kind of going to get you in the groove. And to let you know, some of these are going to be graphic representations. Some of them are going to be pictures on actual cars. But I have a little bit of both. So just because it's a picture on an actual car doesn't mean that that state's DMV hasn't pulled that off the road. So it's what is currently allowed on the road. Is it yes or no? We're going to start with an example. Do you think that this fantastic license plate, obviously it was at one point, right? I mean, we're seeing it on a vehicle. Is that something the DMV is wise to? Is this license plate currently on the road or not? Is this allowed?
I'm going to say maybe it's still on. Doesn't that say Ontario?
It does say Ontario,
So it's
yes.
Canada.
We all know they can't read.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it's still on there.
That is 100% correct. You could go to Ontario and meet this particular fluffer, and I'm sure a lot more. Okay, so starting the game. $50 prize goes to the winner. This is an Arizona plate, and it says IH8U. So what does that say?
I hate you.
I hate you. Did Arizona allow I hate you onto the road?
I'd say it's on there. It's not really vulgar.
So is that a yes or is
Yes.
that a no? You lose. This was currently rejected in 2020 by the state of Arizona. So whenever you apply, you have to tell, you can't just put this out there and say, I want IH8U. You have to say, oh, well, this stands for in love, heart, my 8th wife is you. Or, you have to go through something, okay? We'll just keep a pot in the middle, I suppose. Next up, we have a plate that hails all the way from Michigan. Now, this would be my plate, in case anyone doesn't know. Not only is that my nickname, but it is my last name. Does Michigan have big cocks currently on the roadway?
No.
That's a no?
No.
Throw another 50 on the table. It happens to be this gentleman's last name. He was able to prove it to the DMV. Your rent's kind of disappearing.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why. That's funny. We're friends. Next up, Pennsylvania.
Holy
Now I'm going to give you, this one could be tough. NCST mom. What do you see when you see that?
incest, mom.
Okay, here's what they wrote on the sheet for approval. Nicest mom. Did the DMV see through this?
No, they got yanked. I'm hoping.
That is currently on the roadway. They allow the nicest of moms and apparently the incestuous ones as well. This is not going. I actually thought you'd walk away with a little bit of money here. We are almost halfway through the game. All right. So, Connecticut, we have PHAT A55. Did they allow this or did they not?
I haven't very much luck, but I'm going to say that one got pulled.
You do not think that made it.
Yeah.
You are correct for the very first time. So yeah, I guess I just keep mine over here then. Now you have to remember what state it is too. Florida is probably going to allow anything, Moving on. We have Arizona. Now, they did not allow I hate you. Did this particular state allow I hate you too?
I'm going to say yes.
You think it was allowed. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Grab another 50 out of that pot. You deserve it, buddy. All right. Next up, California has titties. And this is on a Nissan. This better be a girl's car. Could you imagine? Just Steven gets out of the car. Well, they may have titties, but what they also have is a brake light out. Now, does California allow titties?
Say yes, California.
You think it is on the road?
Yeah.
Grab yourself another 50. Okay, we're
Yeah,
back
got
to
my money
an
back.
even slate. Okay, so you might have a place to sleep at the end of the month. After all, we have a couple more. So this is Florida. Now, you do have to remember, this person was creative. They knew that the, was it a peach, was going to be there. So technically, all they submitted was A55
It's an orange.
RGY. Does Florida enjoy ass orgies?
Yeah.
You think ass orgy is on the road in Florida?
In Florida, yeah.
Put your 50 back down. Sorry, this has been yanked in the newest rounds. Ass orgy.
Shocker.
Oh, I'm totally messing up the game. You keep that. I got to throw 50 down.
Yeah.
I messed up my numbers here. I have gotten a bit out of frame. Maybe I'm a little bit exhausted and need an ass orgy myself. Okay, this is a simple one. LMAO, laughing my ass off. Now, this one's sort of a trick one because sure, they're not going to want to allow ass on the road, but would the screeners know? And by the way, this is your final question. Would the screeners know LMAO? Would they know that? Because that's sort of the thing with a lot of these. Would
I
they
think
know
so. That's
that?
pretty common.
So do you think this would have been allowed on the road or not?
I think it got pulled.
Did you throw a 50 on down on the table? They just won't stop laughing at you, buddy. You did pretty well, actually. And we actually have this a little bit divided. You essentially come out slightly on top. I'm not actually sure if that's the way it worked, but I lost track halfway through the game.
I think we both just broke even.
All right, well, fantastic. That works better for both of us out here. Now, this is a fun look at Americana, and to be honest with you, it kind of makes me want to go out and get myself a vanity plate. You have any ideas of what yours would be?
No idea.
I think I'm going to stick with big cocks. I always thought, before my DWIs when I was going to try to be a pilot, how awesome it would be to be Captain Cox. Because you can come all professional, over Captain Cox here. We're going to make sure you land on this fat bastard. And oh, yeah. Picture me driving your airplane, and it may still happen. So be careful next time you book a flight. And speaking of next time, we will see y'all next time here on Non-Apologetic News. Non-Apologetic.